Hello, thank you for joining me today for this Plan With Me video where I'm going to be making 4 spreads in my Skinny Mini Happy Planner. My name's Julie, I live in England in the United Kingdom, and this is the video where I also give you a little catch up about what's been happening with me lately as I plan. I like to choose stickers from different sticker shops and try to change up the look from week to week. So this April I'm going to be using Sweet Spring from Planything, the spring sticker book from Happy Planner, this little coffee party book which is full of all sorts of cute animals and flowers from Journal Say, and I'll be finishing it up with Spring Alert from Live Love Posh. I think all of these sticker books are currently available at the moment, and you can check out my video description for the links and my affiliate codes. This is the spread I've made for what is technically the first week in April. I used some really cute tiny stickers from Hubman and Chubman, and there is a video which I'll link on screen showing how I made this spread, along with 2 other spreads in 2 different planners, because I was testing out the Hubman and Chub Girl stickers to see how the size worked in different layouts and sizes. So I have 4 weeks left to plan for in April. Let's take the pages out. And what I usually do is pick a seasonal theme or a fun holiday for the idea behind my spread. I was flicking through all my spring sticker books. This is a lovely one from Planything, quite a recent release. And I've already used these butterflies in a Dutch door spread, but the page that was my favourite in this sticker book was this one with the cute animals. And I'm trying really hard to use my favourite stickers rather than hoard them. So I'm going to use these today. And as luck would have it, on the 10th, it's Farm Animal Day. So this is a perfect page of stickers for that. I'm going to keep this very simple and use this Planything grass washi that I've been using in quite a few of my spreads lately. You can find that on the Planything website still. I'm very tempted to get another roll because I use it so much in my spring spreads. The Skinny Mini can be nice and simple to plan in. So I'm going to lay down the washi and then I'll be back when that's done. Adding washi to the lines of the Skinny Mini is a nice easy thing to do to bring in some colour. I have a video where I share my top tips, and sometimes I like to alternate the colours of the washi, but if I'm making a little scene I often use grid washi across the bottom as a ground to put the characters on. Now this is going to be hopefully a 5-minute spread, because what I'm doing is I'm putting one on one side and one on the other. The other thing I'm doing, which you'll see in a moment, is alternating the decorative stickers so that I have one on one side and one on the other. It's a really simple formula that's worked well for me, especially when I don't want to have to think too much. And these 3 ducks are too large, so I'm going to cut one of them off and just use one. I still see people posting on Facebook that they can't find stickers for their smaller planners like the Skinny Mini and the Mini. But on the whole, I would say you can find smaller stickers in most of the sticker books out there. And sometimes all you have to do is cut a little piece off a larger sticker to make it work. And it's as simple as that. I could stop there, but I'm going to add a little bit of washi to the top. To bring in some colour there. I could add bullet points in the boxes or very small boxes. or draw mild liner lines to jazz it up a little, but really this is a great planner for function and for decorating very quickly. I can fit all my appointments in, and any birthdays or anniversaries or special events. I know people also like to use this planner for daily gratitude. It's good for meal planning, anything where you don't have to write too much, but you can still decorate it and make it look pretty as well. And you can see I've hardly used any of my favourite stickers. I've still got enough to make at least one more spread. I'll bring in Mojo Jojo Plan's pastel dated sticker book to add the month. Unfortunately, I have a lot of these 2025 stickers left in my pastel dated sticker book, so I'm going to change the 5 into a 6 so that these stickers don't go to waste. I couldn't find the exact green to match. I used this Mr. Pen and went over all the numbers, and I don't think it looks too bad. I could jazz up the numbers or the days, but I'm keeping it nice and simple. So we're done with spread number 1. For spread number 2, I'm using a sticker book I used recently to create my Spring Sticker Hunt monthly page, and that's this Happy Planner Spring Sticker Book. It is a plant day this week, and there are quite a few plant stickers. I'm not sure whether I'll bring in the little characters or not. These are the ones I used in my Spring Sticker Hunt page. I won't use the bigger stickers, but I want to use as much of these newer sticker books as I can before spring is over. Because there aren't a lot of small stickers in this particular book, I'm going to white out the dates, which is something I often do. It does mean redating, but it allows me to put stickers on both sides of the page, even if they are taller stickers, which this book seems to have, especially if I want to bring in the little people. If you're lucky enough to have any of this very thin Happy Planner washi, it's perfect for adding to the lines, as it really doesn't take up much room at all. So I'll add the washi and then I'll be back. So to make this different from the first spread, I've spaced out the washi. This will also allow me to use larger stickers without having to cut away all the washi. So I've got more room here, here and here for bigger stickers. If I put the sticker where the lines are, then I've left room to write on Sunday and Saturday. And instead of alternating 4 stickers, I'll be alternating 3 stickers. We have plants are friends, and then I need one more sticker up here. This girl carrying her plants is perfect. I'll do the same thing here with this Happy Planters right in the middle of Wednesday and Thursday. Another plant here, and one more girl over on this side. Add in a little plant pot here to bring in some of the pink from that side. Add an April at the top. And then I think with this one, rather than bring in boxes, I will add some mild liner lines. So you'll see at the end when I show all 4 spreads, I usually ask you to tell me your favourite, and I tell you mine if I have one. So you'll get the full reveal then. For this next spread, even though most of the stickers are quite small and would fit under the dates, I have whited out the dates because I want to bring boxes into this spread for something different. So instead of adding washi to all the lines, I'm going to add some to the bottom and the top of the page and leave it at that. And if I don't start chatting about my news, I'm going to run out of time again. I've only got 2 spreads left. One of the things I wanted to talk about was how my goal for February went. You may have seen the video where I made myself a sleep tracker, and I was talking about how I needed to leave the phone out of the bedroom, and I thought some of you might want to hear how I got on with that. I found it really interesting actually as an experiment to keep a track of what was happening with my sleep. I was quite shocked to find that in the first week I was waking up anywhere between like 12 to 14 times during the night. I knew it had been getting more frequent, but I hadn't really realised it had become a regular thing, whereas I used to sleep all through the night. So the good news was that I did manage to leave my phone out of the room for most of the month. I think there might have been just a couple of days that I didn't. I noticed a difference after the first week when suddenly I was not waking up 12 to 13 times, but was sleeping better and only maybe about 6 times, something like that. It got less and less, and by the end of the month I was actually only waking up 1 or 2 times in the night. So that was a great improvement. I also found that whereas it had been taking me a long time to get to sleep, reading a chapter before going to bed really seemed to help, and I was getting to sleep much quicker. The other really good outcome was that because when I woke up in the morning I didn't have the phone to reach out and start scrolling. If I wanted to look at my phone, I had to get out of bed, so it helped me get out earlier in the mornings as well. So I was really quite pleased with that. What unfortunately it didn't have any help with is getting me to go to bed any earlier. I am still really struggling with that. I'm just grabbing stickers that match colour wise with the colour boxes that I've chosen. So basically a few of the characters and some flowers, I think, although I did want to bring in the tea. Because this sticker book is falling apart, what I really need to do is take all the stickers out and put them in my sticker storage book, and then I could pick much easier. But and that character is quite small. I do notice that they are all dressed in jumpers, so I think they are meant to be cozy, maybe autumnal stickers, but then a lot of the stickers are spring-like with the flowers and the tea. So it's quite difficult to pick. This one can be here. I got such a big haul from Journal Say. I really want to be using more of it. And And these stickers are adorable. Here's the cup of tea. And another one here. Let's bring in these to balance up the ones on the other side of the page. So with this one, I'm not really alternating the stickers, I'm layering them and placing them wherever there is space, although they do look a bit like I've alternated them, but maybe that's just subconscious or habit. So we've got plenty of cups of tea, some flowers in vases, flowers, teapot, maybe something for up here. How about a little kettle? As usual, I've forgotten about quotes. I have a tendency to forget to include them, though there aren't any quotes in this particular sticker book. I'll have to try and make sure I add one to my last spread. That's super cute. We'll need to add the dates to it, but I think I'm going to call that one done. It's very springy. And maybe, like me, they've been having to wear jumpers because even though it's April, it's not very warm. Time for the last spread, and I can't believe it's going to be May. I had been planning to use this set because there were lots of small stickers, but the colours are very similar to the one I've just done, and I like to have a different look. So I've changed my mind, and I think I might go with these stickers. I had a really nice birthday month. I got myself a new Fiskars paper trimmer, although sadly it's not as good as the one I had before. I don't know why they have to change things. I was a little bit annoyed that I couldn't get the blades for the one I had, but then I broke it, so I had to get a new one. And I wanted to have it in centimetres and inches. And unfortunately, the lines where they show the markings are quite faint, so my eyes are not the best, and I'm finding it quite hard to see the divisions when I'm measuring. It has a wire which is supposed to be your guide to where the cut is going to happen. My old one didn't have that, and I'm not convinced that it's going to cut straight and that the wire isn't going to move or warp over time. So I think it's a case of wait and see. My brother paid a visit to England, but not to see us. Like me, he keeps in touch with his college friends, and there was a 60th birthday celebration that he was going to, and he actually stayed in a millionaire's house in the Cotswolds because it had been won by someone his friend knew in the Omaze prize draw, which I'd never heard of, but it's like you buy tickets and you get a lucky winner, and this person was a lucky winner indeed, because I believe they only spent £25 on a ticket and ended up winning this big house in the country. So of course my brother and his wife were quite excited to go and stay there. They sent photos of them playing croquet on the lawn. and they had a really nice time. But it's nice to know that somebody normal actually does win these competitions, as you tend to think no one ever does. Although, of course, my thoughts went straight away to how much a place like that must cost to run and keep clean and heat, and pay a gardener to look after the gardens. And I believe they won some money as well towards the upkeep at the start, but I expect they will eventually sell it. But what a life-changing thing to happen, especially with house prices being what they are. My brother tends to lead a much more exciting life than I do. Last year he stayed with his friends in a windmill, of all places. And he's definitely the one in our family who likes to travel. I feel like there's something missing on this corner. And you can see, even though I didn't plan it, I have alternated stickers again in a zigzag pattern. I think it's just because I've been planning in this Skinny Mini for a few years now, and it's just become a habit. I said I would add a quote, but there are no quotes in this Spring Allure sticker book. I'm not sure where I'll put it, so I'm happy with that spread as it is. I might just add a couple of bullet points to this one. I'm not generally a big fan of bullet points, and those are rather large. But it will do. Here we are with the final flip through. I've left this one exactly as it was, and it's super cute with these Planning Things stickers. Love the clean, balanced look, and plenty of room to write in. This is the Happy Planner spread, and you can see I've added the zebra mild liner lines, which really do fill out the spread. I wasn't liking it as much before I added the days and the dates, and the lines really finished it off and made it a full spread. Really pretty. For this one, I added some days of the week stickers from Live Love Posh, Functionally Pastel, and these cute little suns from Happy Planners, Essential Dates and Numbers. I think they fit in with the whole spring vibe. And finally, this one from Live Love Posh is a nice change of colours, really bright, and a good example of a spread where I haven't used any washi tape. If I had to pick a favourite, bearing in mind that usually when I come back and look at it later, my favourite has completely changed, it would probably be between this one and the Planning Thing one. But they're all super cute. For some reason, I don't like spring spreads as much as other seasons, and I did really struggle to get excited about this video until I happened upon these particular stickers. But hopefully I've demonstrated that you can keep it quite simple and still make really cute spreads. If you haven't seen my April monthly Plan With Me video where I use this grass washi from Planning Thing, then check out this video on screen where I show you how you can decorate your monthly layout while leaving plenty of room in the boxes to write your plans. This is also my spread for the spring sticker hunt. So if you're looking for a fun planner challenge to join in with in April, then you'll find all the details in that video. Remember to check the description for my links and discount codes, and like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more creative content. Until next time, take care and happy planning.